Yeah, I haven't changed my clothes in a few days because I've been so busy, but I just wanted to post this, and I don't care if the world knows. I mean, it's up to you if you want to judge me or whatever. I'm thinking about IRS, I'm thinking about government people, whoever you are. Um, God works in a mysterious ways that people can't really comprehend sometimes. And so I don't talk about all the things that I'm involved with around the world too much because people, you can see that just their mind goes off, they can't comprehend it. But so way back when I was younger, I had envisioned back before the internet even came out. I thought if we could have something on a TV screen that was interactive with the world and it had a picture of the world, and you could turn the world or have an arrow on either side, click that arrow to turn the world on a one axis, and you could see where all these places are. These are medical missionary outposts, places that would teach what I call the New Start: nutrition, exercise, water, sunshine, temperance, rest, air, trust in God. Simple acronym, simple, started by the Weimar Institute in California, but very meaningful. And we call the 8 doctors, the 8 laws of health, we learn about through Sister Ellen G. White in the books Ministry of Healing and diets, counsel on diets and foods. That was what I had envisioned. So it's actually happened, and there's lots of platforms out there, and so I've been able to work with these things and these places, and I make a line, and I have different ones going forward. I have the finish line, and so it's kind of like not a race, but different ones are at different speeds and at different stages. So God has helped me to keep in touch with all these places from, of course, the Philippines. We've got many projects over there, and my wife is Filipina, and I'm reluctant to mention the countries these days because there's political issues in some of these countries, and it puts at risk some of the people that are missionaries there. So I just, like, for example, I'm just going to give one example. I never talk about it with my immediate core group and staff here in the United States because it overwhelms them. Like, how can you do all that stuff? But in the night, at 1 o'clock in the morning, I was working on, we have a bad rainstorm on a little island in the Philippines, and it was leaking and water was coming in. So I sent $75 to take care of the leak and get some sheet metal. And I got some videos online. You go to YouTube and see the work that's being done there. And that's just one thing I haven't even mentioned, but I do my best to take care of and manage. I'm working with a boat. I built this boat with my bare hands. God help me with these hands. I built this boat. It took me about 14 months. I laid up the fiberglass, and it's just sitting there. And I believe that God wants everything we have, as stewards, what He has. If we need to be able to be held account. We're going to be held accountable for what we did with that. So if I have the ability to talk to people and make something useful rather than sitting on the beach, if it's a livelihood, if it's taking people places, then I want it to be used for that purpose. So I've been looking for a person who is a boat person who would know how to, I need to get it registered, first of all, with Coast Guard. I need to get the number on it, and it needs to be maintained. It floats. I've tested it. It's been on the water. I've moved it from where I built it to another place, and then clear across to another area. And so that's a little update. We are still in crisis because there's so many moving parts to the ministry, and what happens is people renege, they change their plans and think, I can just do it because Stephen is so easygoing. But what's interesting is I have God as my boss, and He knows what's going on. He knows our hearts, and I think what's important to know and to make note of when we're making our choices is that God is watching, and He is the judge, and He is able to open doors and close doors for me, for you, for other people. So we need to be honest, we need to be faithful, and we need to do what's right, not because it benefits us, but because it's honest and it's the right decision to make. So God bless. Bye-bye.